My name's Mike Rowe. And this,
And this
and this is my job.
Dirty Jobs returns with a brand new season.
Don't try this at home.
I'm not having a great time.
We don't do second takes. We don't do a lot of planning. We don't do a lot of scouting. There's no scripting. There's no writing. There's no actors. It's an honest look at work. See, I'm doing something through the lens of an honest day.
Strap in, folks. This one's going to be a doozy. Oh, dear.
So much of that sounds like this show, doesn't it? Not scripted, no second takes.
No.
Yes, indeed. Mike Rowe is joining us this morning to talk about the return of Dirty Jobs. Hey, Mike, good to see you.
Just when I thought I was out,
Yeah.
they pulled me back in.
I was going to ask you, when the call came, did you expect it? I mean, I know you're the executive producer, right? So was this your idea to bring this back, or was it a collaboration?
It really was a function of the fans. You know, I think what happened was the headlines caught up with the themes of the show. Dirty Jobs went out of production in 2012, but it never went off the air, right? It's been on every day for 20 years. And after the lockdowns, during the lockdowns, really, people started to say, look, this was the granddaddy of essential working shows, and now essential work is headline news. You should get back out into the world and see what's under the rock and give us another look at work. And honestly, I swore I'd never do it again, but I didn't know how to say no. It made sense to do it. It felt like the right thing to do.
Well, I was going to say, as you're framing it and talking about it, it almost feels like you felt like this time around, even though you said you wouldn't do it, it was a calling to put a spotlight on those essential workers who shore us up every day, many of whom go unrecognized. And I want to say, we're looking at video of folks building bridges and infrastructure in this country. My father was up every morning at 4:30 a.m. for 50 years doing major highway construction, started out as a day laborer and was part of the fabric of working class America, and always said to me, I want you to have it better than I did. And yet he did well for us and did well for the family. And don't you think that's what this show does, is it really speaks to the unrecognized in this country?
Well, it certainly started out as a love letter to work that was performed out of sight and out of mind. And it became something a bit more than that when our country went into a recession, years later in 2009, and all of a sudden people were looking around trying to redefine what a good job was. And I think we're still in the midst of that, Ron. 4.5 million people quit their jobs last month. We have 11 million open positions in our country right now. And most of them don't require a 4-year degree. They require training. They require skill. So, yeah, I run a foundation that evolved out of Dirty Jobs called MicroWorks. And we give away $1 million a year to help train people in these vocations. And so when I looked around and saw what was going on in our economy, what was going on in a post-COVID, post-lockdown world, I just thought, it's time to have a grown-up conversation about the definition of a good job and the practical realities of a useful education. It can't be a 4-year degree for everybody. That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Plus, we got $1.7 trillion in student loans on the books. So we got to think differently about work, I think, and about education.
Well, and let me also say the life my father was able to provide for us doing that kind of work is not the life that those who are doing it now are able to provide for their families. And so that working class America, right, is disappearing or diminishing, or they're struggling even harder, and it's lending itself to a range of issues, which I think speaks to the broader issue. I mean, I love having fun with you, but I also love how you were cast to be hosting a show on a cable network that has since grown exponentially, and Discovery is a mega network with some amazing programming. And this has really become your life's work in a lot of ways, or at least your life is defined in great ways by it. Did you ever imagine that for yourself?
No, I didn't. I was a guy who thought he had it all figured out when he was 42. I had been freelancing and working in this industry for 15 years. I worked when I felt like it. I had a lot of time off. I was comfortable, and I wasn't looking for a hit. Dirty Jobs was a tribute to my granddad, who, like your pop, was a laborer, but he was also a skilled electrician. And I wanted to do a show that he could look at and recognize. I wanted to do a show that looked like work. And that's all it was. It was a simple 3-hour tribute to my granddad. But the letters, man.
Yeah.
The letters I got after that show aired from people, not just who liked the show, but who said, "You got to meet my grandfather. Wait till you see my dad, uncle, brother, cousin, sister, mom, dad. Wait till you see what they do."
Yeah.
And that's when I realized there was an opportunity to do a different kind of show, a show that didn't do second takes, a show that didn't have any script, but simply gave the viewer a look at an honest day's work through the eyes of an apprentice. That was the idea. And 20 years later, yeah, you're right. I kind of Forrest Gumped my way into a foundation, a number of other shows that endeavored to do the same thing that Dirty Jobs did. But Dirty Jobs was first. Dirty Jobs will never go off the air. It literally has aired every day for 20 years.
Yeah, it's remarkable.
Why fight it?
Yeah,
the headlines have said, the people have spoken.
Yeah.
It's time to get dirty again.
And therein, coming full circle, there's your call to service. You're like, well, the people have spoken and they're calling me to do this. And that's the magic of it, is your reaction to it, how you participate in it and accept it and take us along for the journey, I think, is the magic behind it all and the storytelling. Mike Rowe, congratulations on the new season coming up here Sundays at 7 on Discovery. Also streaming on Discovery Plus. Probably every episode ever aired of Dirty Jobs you can find on Discovery Plus. And it's nice to have Mike Rowe joining us from the West Coast this morning.